Good morning. Welcome to the 5 a.m. club. Good morning. All right. Uh, it is hump day. Today is hump day. and we are going to get over it. That's what hump days are for. Hump days are for getting over. JD, welcome to the 5 a.m. club. Good morning, Honey C. Welcome. Welcome. Let's do it. Give y'all a couple of minutes to get situated in here. Everybody grab their chairs. Let's get it together.
JD Jimerson, shout out to myself. You tapped into the 5 a.m. club. What up, Blaze?
What up to you, JD, and the rest of our 5 a.m. club members? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I guess a good call today, JD. Yeah, let's get interestingly enough, I hadn't had mine yet, which is not typical for me, but I do appreciate that reminder, man. I keep it always near me, so I'm never too far from it. People who follow me, you guys know that Tuesdays are my busy days. Tuesdays, hosting 4 shows, at least 3. We got our 5 a.m. club, do the Craig Facts and the script on Tuesday. So that is not my most restful evening, but nonetheless, the show must go on. All right. And Nia, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the 5 a.m. club. Welcome to the 5 a.m. club. Y'all know what time it is. It's water time. If you haven't had your drink of water yet, please do. Please take a moment to hydrate yourself. Oh man. Personally, I prefer alkaline water. Um, yeah, just for hydration purposes, because that's the main reason that we drink water is to stay hydrated. So if you're drinking for the purposes of hydration, alkalinity is key. Um, for people who don't, pay attention to pH levels in water, the higher the pH, uh, the more alkalinity involved. The lower the pH, the more acidic your beverage is. So, for example, great water would have a pH of 8.5 or higher. So if you're drinking water, 8.0, even 8.5, 9.5, 10 pH, was very alkalinic drinks. Soda, for example, would be somewhere around a pH of 4, 5, There's even some water companies, man, that have terrible numbers. A good rule of thumb for me is whenever I'm drinking water, if they don't display the pH level on my bottle, I'm just gonna assume they got me drinking motor oil. You know what I mean? You can safely assume that it's not the most alkaline beverage you can have. Because imagine driving a Mercedes and they hid the emblem. Sounds strange, right? Exactly. Nobody makes quality products and not label it quality for you. Nobody not shows you the quality of a good product. Okay. So chances are if they don't show you the alkalinity, it's not very high. But, the important thing is to have the drinking water. Um, you want to take it a step further. Drink the best water, drink with purpose. Um, the amount of water that it would take to hydrate you um, almost doubles when you're not drinking water that's high in alkalinity. Okay. Alkaline water, you can drink half of what you normally would drink to satisfy or to quench your thirst, and you will be it will be satisfactory. It will be satisfactory. But yeah. Enough about this water biz. It's very important. We do it regularly here at the 5 a.m. Club. That's what we're about. Um, Today, I want to talk about the importance of purpose. Um, you must. It's very important to know your purpose. Who's the real Chief TV? Good morning. Welcome to the 5 a.m. Club. You must know your purpose. You must know your purpose. It's very important. Um, it's very important to know your purpose. Very important. If you don't have a purpose, if you don't know your purpose, discover it now. Discover it now. You don't know your purpose, discover it now. Don't go another day. Don't make another decision. Don't complete another task without knowing your purpose. Very important, ladies and gentlemen. Very important. Very important. Okay. Any human being with a settled purpose must accomplish it. Also, remember that, which is why it's important to know your purpose, because to have that kind of power, to have that kind of magic, it's important to know how to use it. It's very important to know how to use it. Let's see if we can get my popper stopper down here. Yeah. Very important to know your purpose. And understanding and finding your purpose. Um, Never change your mind to please anyone. Fellas, never change your mind to please a woman. Ladies, never change your mind to please a man. Be firm in your convictions. Know what it is that you're after. Know it. And if for some reason or another you do change your mind, then you should take that very same moment and change your perspective. Because if you change your mind to please someone, it's not going to end well. It's not going to be good. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. We have to, in discovering our purpose, we must be vigilant and in accomplishing goals. We must be vigilant when it comes to making or creating goals. Very important. Very important. We must be very conscious of our goals. Be careful what you put in front of you because, as I say, any human with a settled purpose must accomplish it. And when it comes to fulfilling dreams or chasing goals, we have to do away with the excuses. Stop with the excuses. My parents are sick. I have to take care of my brother or a sister or both. My nieces and nephews need me. No, you need you. Okay? Stop using family as an excuse. My cousin, my best friend, my sorority bro, my sorority sis, blah, blah, blah. We don't need it. Doesn't help. It doesn't help. Doesn't help. And when it comes to us pairing, with people or partnering up, you certainly want to know what it is that you desire, because the more you know about you, the more you can use that information to then choose a partner who has similar goals, or how I like to word it is, pick a partner who's the positive opposite of you. Not opposite in the sense that she's going to go against everything you say, he's going to go against everything you say, but opposite in the sense that they complement you. For example, if you're the kind of person who lives off the seat of your pants, if you're the kind of person who's very ambitious, impulsive, a good example of a positive opposite would be a woman more structured, or a person who's more structured, who's more calculated. You get a nice balance where you get the impulsive person with the calculated person, but you have to find that balance, because the impulsive person can look at the calculated person and say, you're too slow. But then, false vocabulary, we talk about that here in the 5 a.m. club. We cannot be using negative vocabulary, false vocabulary. A better word to use for someone who's more calculated would be thorough. Me being a Gemini, I'm very impulsive, very outgoing. There's definitely two sides to me. And I have a 15-year-old now, excuse me. My son is an Aquarius. And Aquarius are a lot more structured. Aquarius is, by nature, are a lot more calm, a lot more relaxed, a lot more thorough. Not slow, thorough. Example, one day I'm sitting on the couch with my son. He's enjoying his video game. And as he's playing his video game, people who play video games, that when you first turn the video game on, it has all its branding, its advertising, its marketing, its blah, blah, blah. Get closer time to gameplay, they usually have a trailer, if you will, that runs through the game, that show you different gameplay levels and whatever. And you don't have to sit through that screen. That's usually the screen that has the start button. Press start to begin. That's usually that screen. Okay. And when you're at that screen, you don't have to look at no trailers, you know, see some computer playing. You can get right to it. So I watch my son as he's watching, this trailer screen. And I say, hey, son, listen, as I reach voice control, you don't have to watch that. You don't have to sit through this, son. You can push that button and get right to it. You can get right to it, son. He pulled away as I reached for the controller and said, no, 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 Dad. I'm watching that. He says, I'm watching that. And I thought for a second, I was like, really? You're watching this boring stuff? I mean, you can actually dive into the action, son. You can get right to it. It's not that. I like that. And fortunately for me, I was in a space where I could really, really pay attention and not force, my thoughts or opinions on him. I was able to actually learn from that. And at that point, he's 15 now. At that stage, he was, I don't know, 6 years old, 7 years old. Probably not even that old. I'm thinking more like 5. I remember where I lived at that point, and yeah, he was in, preschool, kindergarten, 4 or 5 years old. And I thought to myself, wow, no wonder he's so good at these games because, there's always more than one way to skin a cat. But, you know, he watched, so it would take him longer to start a game. But once he started, he was very thorough, very accurate. Versus me, I got right to it. And getting right to it means I failed a lot. I died a lot. I crashed a lot. Uh, um, you know, all of those things. And I got right back to it until I passed it, until I was able to overcome or conquer whatever was slowing me down. But I was able to think about his approach. And I said to myself, if I could find a balance between his approach and mine, I think that would be awesome. I don't have to be quite as thorough as him. I also don't have to be as impulsive as I naturally am. I don't. Find a balance. And I think that's what it's about here. Who's the Real Chief TV says balance is key. I totally agree. Balance is key. That's what everything in life. I don't know if you guys hear that. This is the time of the morning when my body does that magic, digestion and whatnot. Yeah, find a balance. Balance is key. Balance is key. That was an example between me and my son. But in adult life, we use that knowledge, for bigger things. We use those informational tools for better things, like our partners. Adult time. Your man or your woman. Use the tools. Know the bottom line. The bottom line is balance. Do a good job in picking a partner to help you with balance. You know, um, yeah, I think that's very, very important. It's very important, ladies and gentlemen. Again, those of you just getting here, good morning. Thank you. You are officially the 5 a.m. Club. Yes, you are. The happiest place on earth.
JD Jimerson, shout out to myself. You tapped into the 5 a.m. Club. What up, Blaze?
The happiest place on earth, folks. This is it. Yeah. Gotta find balance, man. It's very important. Also, we have to stop hoping that our partners get easier. Fellas, stop hoping that your woman gets easier. Ladies, stop hoping that your man gets easier. You don't want, it doesn't happen. Your partner doesn't get easier. And when you do the work in the beginning, meaning you take the time to know who you are, you take the time to find and understand your purpose, you find a partner that is a positive opposite. You won't even have desire. You won't have the desire to make anything easier. It won't be necessary. It won't be necessary. You've done the work already. It'll just flow. And all you need at that point is understanding, which will be very easy to attain when you got a counterpart, you know, and you guys are about the same thing on the same page. Never, ever be in a situation, never, ever be in a relationship where you just tolerate the other person. Never tolerate anybody. Don't take anybody's shenanigans. Don't take anybody's shenanigans. I don't give a, I wouldn't care of the situation, the person. Never tolerate anybody. Tolerating, okay? Tolerating leads to resentment. If that woman is just tolerating you, ultimately she will be resenting you. If you are just tolerating that woman, ultimately your toleration will lead you to resentment. And there's nothing worse than resenting somebody who you are that close to, who you spend that much time with, who you lay in the bed with, who you share a car with, who you share a home with, who you share your life with. Who wants to resent someone that's so important? Someone who shares an important part of you. Doesn't make sense. Sounds counterproductive. Sounds counterproductive, ladies and gentlemen. All right. It is slightly over 20 past the 5th hour of the day. The 5th hour of the day is our hour of the day. This is the time to smell the roses, smell the fresh air. Get stretching, get that yawn out the way, get stretching. You know, walk around your house, apartment, wherever you're at, you know, take a step outside, if you will. Certainly layer up due to the temperature during this time of year. It should be pretty cold just about everywhere, but not too cold to think, not too cold to acknowledge, not too cold to take in. Take those deep breaths and tell yourself what today is going to be. Tell yourself what today is going to entail. Because you have the trust. You have the power. You have the power. Okay. You know, we always talk about our habits here at the 5 a.m. Club. We talk about practicing good habits. We like to wake up to glasses of water. We like to wake up to short exercises. Anything that gets us to the brink of perspiration, or perspiration even. We talk about the benefits of a cold shower to start our day. Anxiety relief, promotes fat burn, just calming, promotes good blood flow. You know, when it comes to these habits, when it comes to making change, don't overwhelm yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself. Start with little, small changes, small goals, small accomplishments, and build your way up. Because when you set giant goals in short amount of times, it can be very discouraging at times. And discouragement is not what we look forward to. JD says, beautiful, paid off day. Up early, smelled that cold air, blessed morning. It certainly sounds that way, brother. We're talking about a paid day off, and you're up early, smelling cold air. Listen, if you woke up just to smell that air, join the 5 a.m. club and go back to bed. How exciting has your day been already? And most people hadn't even woken up at that time. It's an off day, number one. It's your day. It's paid. Number two, someone paid you to be off today. And you took that pay and that time and still used it to get up and smell the roses. Get a whiff of fresh air. That's dope, man. I'm slightly jealous in a positive way. You know, people always associate jealousy with negativity. No. I'm jealous of a lot of my friends, and I wouldn't have it no other way. It's motivating to know that you can do some things, that you can accomplish certain things, that your life can be easy, because it should be. Should be. You know? But yeah. Yeah, we gotta take short steps to lead to the big ones. You know? Our brains and our bodies work very similar to our computers, you know. I don't know what you guys are running there, but you know, I operate off my Mac here. Between the Mac and my iPhone, you know, they all hand in hand. They all go hand in hand. Whenever I have too many tabs open, the computer starts, you know, running very slow. My phone begins to run very slow. Slow down. Don't leave all of your tabs open. Do not leave all of your tabs open.
JD Jimerson, shout out to myself. You tapped into the 5 a.m. club. What up, Blaze?
Yeah. Do not leave all of your tabs open. It doesn't work that way. Your computer slow down, you will slow down. Your mental computer will slow down. And if your mental computer slow down, that your mental computer controls a lot when it comes to you, your life. You don't want to slow it down. Take your time. I have this thing that I like to do. I call it the 2 minutes or less. Okay. If there's anything that you can do or need to do, and it takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it now. Do it now. If it takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it now. If you walk past a countertop and it's a little dirty and you say, I'm going to come back and clean that later. If it takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. You get an email. You know how many steps it would take to not take care of that task? You open it, you close it, you mark it as read, you file it away, you make a note to come back to it. All of those steps when it could have been cleared in 2 easy steps. Open it, reply, and we're done here. Simple as that. So anything that takes 2 minutes or less, do it. Do it now. Get it over with. Get it over with. Get it over with. Don't procrastinate. Just little things can be very helpful to our giant goals. Don't overwork ourselves. Don't overdo ourselves. To take small steps. Whenever you're working at something, whenever you're building something, you don't shoot right for the top. You're building a 100-story building. You don't look right for the 100th floor. You make markers for yourself. Every 10 floors, you take a break, you restructure. Every 30, whatever it is. Whatever it is. Baby steps. Small steps that promotes change, habitual change. All right. Breathing, not necessarily meditation, although we talk about meditation here at the 5 a.m. Club. We talk about the importance of taking time for self, quiet time, and just to concentrate on your breathing. But breathing can help you recharge. Breathing helps with engagement. I read some study, some doctors and these guys said that taking the double breath helps with your brain battery. I don't know if any of you guys drove any of these electric cars and whatnot, and but they have what they call a range on them. They'll let you know how much battery life you got left, how much power you got left. Basically, when you're going to run out of juice. And when you get to 30 and 40, 30% left, you start to not necessarily panic, but you're like, all right, you're burning out now. I need to get to a station. I need to get somewhere and charge up. Same with our phones. If you guys have the icon on your phone to let you know how much percentage of battery life you have left. The lower your battery life gets, once you get below 20%, there's an indication. Once you get below 10%, there's a personal indication. And when you get lower than that, it is panic mode because you never know when it's going to just give out on you. And our bodies and our brains work the same way. We overwork ourselves, we overstimulate ourselves. We burn out. And even even before we quite burn out, we hit that mode. We were like, oh, we're at 40%. Oh my God. Getting close to 30%. Breathing helps with that. Breathing is a quick charge. Not a full charge, but a quick charge. In order for a full charge, you got to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night. You want the full charge, you know what to do. But living in the real world, living in real times, dealing in reality, we're not always able to get that full sleep. So when you're not able to really fully charge, you use cheats and tricks such as this one. The breathing technique, the double breathing technique even. If you're not familiar with the double breathing technique, it looks a bit like this. You inhale twice. As you inhale once, you're sneaking that little bit of extra air before you exhale. And in some cases, you can get it in 3 times. And if you can get it in 3 times, it is highly recommended. Try it. Right now, just I was only doing it for demonstration purposes right now. I don't really feel burnt, or I don't really feel like I'm at 40-30%, but just in demonstration, that was very, very helpful. It felt very good. In fact, I'm going to do it with you guys. Take a second right now and try it again. Wow. It was the exhale for me. The deep breaths felt good, but the exhale, the relaxing, the calming, yeah. So the next time you're in the middle of a day or you're in the middle of anything, and your battery starts to go low, remember that's a cheap trick you can use. Yeah, good breathing, good breathing techniques. So every day, good morning, welcome to the 5 a.m. club. Good breathing techniques, they are helpful. That they are. Um, a lot of times, uh, our brain batteries are going low because of overstimulation. You know, let's face it, man. We're in the information age. We're in the social media age, and frankly, it's very easy to overstimulate yourself. How many of you guys fell victim to this? And I'm the first to raise my hand because, this is my own testimony. I'm laying in the bed. All right, y'all stick with me. I'm laying in the bed watching Netflix with my phone in my hand on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or whatever. How much stimulation does one need? I'm already here to watch a movie. I'm already here to watch a show to stimulate myself that way. But no, that's not enough. I had to have my phone in my hand. I had to check a message. I had to look at a message. I had to watch some other content before I engage in some other content. It is as crazy as it sounds, but it happens. We do it. Sometimes we don't even know that it's taking place, but it is. Sometimes we have no idea, and those things cause us to crash early. Those things cause our batteries to drain even more at a rapid rate. Overstimulation. Overstimulation is one of the one of the main causes for anxiety. Some people deal with anxiety and have no idea that that is what they're dealing with. It's a self-inflicted wound, more oftentimes than not. Imagine going to the doctor with a major complaint only for him to say, ma'am, sir, um, perhaps if you stop hitting yourself, you won't need to come here for Band-Aids or patching up. You know, imagine how silly that sounds. Imagine how silly that would be. That's how it works. A lot of these problems, a lot of our troubles are self-inflicting troubles. You know, we cause our own problems, our own anxiety sometimes. Um, so what we need to do more of, I certainly recommend is a digital detox. And I'd like to take it a step further, not only, detoxing from digital devices, but get some quiet time, some alone time. You know, these are typically things that we think are boring. Boring is okay. It's for you. And whatever you do for you is certainly okay. You know, if I live near the mountains, so I mean, I can take hikes. There's plenty of parks in my area, in my city, beautiful parks with lovely foliage and walking trails and exercise apparatuses. Um, even walk in the community. Me and my son, everywhere we go. This is just as long as he's been able to walk. As a man, I'm always paying attention to my surroundings, particularly ones that I live in or that I frequent a lot. And I try to go to the same place, taking different routes, just seeing different things. You never know. I've lived in the community. Um, I live where I live now for over 10 years. And you'd think being here in 10 years that I've seen just about everything there is to see. You'd be surprised what you'd see um, taking a walk, especially when you're a driver, or taking a left turn when normally you take right turns. You know, you'd be surprised. So yeah, I like to, to get out and just leave. I recently, just started turning my phone off at night. I was one of those people who had, my phone had to be on 24 hours a day. Um, Reason being is I felt like, notice I said feeling. Feelings aren't facts. They are not. I felt like there was a possibility that I may miss something, right? I may miss something 3 in the morning. For the truth of the matter is how often has any of us ever got a call at 3 or 4 in the morning and it was positive? It was something that you were looking forward to. You know what I mean? Never got a call 3, 4 in the morning, telling me about some winnings, some earnings, some extra credit. I've never got that call. So I'm fooling myself. I'm jeopardizing my sleep. And for what? For what? Um, so sometimes, I will leave the house. Yesterday, for example, I took a short trip to a short store. Doesn't happen all the time, but I took a trip to a close store, and I just happened to put my phone on the charger. As I got to the door, I got that feeling. You guys know the feeling you get that you're forgetting something, and it's because we used to that phone being right there at all times, right? So I hesitated for a second, and I said, you know what? Son is at school. His mother is secondary on the list. My mother's to follow that. I'm only going to be gone 15 minutes. It's no big deal. And as small as that sounds, ladies and gentlemen, as small as that sounds, or as small as a gesture as that appeared to be, it was just invigorating. I mean, I felt, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I felt free. I wasn't babying this $1,000 phone that's in my pocket or my hand or in my car seat. I just did what I was out to do, and that's all. It was only 10 minutes or so, but that 10 minutes, what a relief. Got to do it more often. Got to do it more often. Um, One of my ultimate goals is to make so much, is to be so financially independent that I no longer uh, have the need or desire to own a phone, period. I don't want to have to own a phone. It's not that I don't want to own a phone. I don't want to have to own a phone. I don't. I want to give you the number to an assistant. I want to give you the number to, I don't know, whatever. I don't want the burden of having to deal with anything or anybody directly that's not a part of my immediate life. I don't want to. Can't afford that now, because if I get a call from this network, from that network, from these entertainers, these influencers, we have to make these connections. This is grind time. It must be done. But I'm not going to overdo it. I'm going to make sure that I pay attention. Try not to overstimulate myself. I'm going to every chance I get, I'm going to take a minute to do a digital detox. Slow down on some of my content consuming, because we consume so much. We have to break it down to just the bare essentials, the most important things. And this certainly being one of them for me, my 5 a.m. club. This is exciting to me. This is not one that I would cut out. This is one that actually motivates me and keep me going. And I hope that it does the same for you guys. Yeah, speaking of motivation and continuing to move on, why don't we take this time to hit the like buttons in here? We need those like buttons. It really helps out the channel much more than you know. Like buttons are typically $10,000 here, but for us 5 a.m. club members, they're absolutely free. We'd like you to tap and take one once you come in, but if you're here and you happen to forget, now is a perfect time to tap that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Tap that like button. We appreciate your subscriptions here. We appreciate all the contributions that come here by way of you at the 5 a.m. club, and we look forward to growing together. It's what it's about. It's what we do. It's what we are here for. One another. Okay? Let's do it. Let's do it together. If you get something out of coming here 5 in the morning, tap that like button. If you appreciate what we have to offer here, make that contribution. Okay, getting right back to it, goals. Very important to have goals. If you notice, people who have goals versus people who do not have goals, it's totally different lifestyles. Totally different lifestyles. Also, as we mentioned earlier, when it comes to accomplishing, achieving your goals, don't hesitate. Take baby steps to reach your goals. Take baby steps. Take baby steps to accomplish your new goals or your goal, period. You don't have to eat it all in one bite. Trying to put too much in your mouth, trying to accomplish too big of a task at one time can become very discouraging. It can become discouraging, and we do not want to be discouraged. No, we don't. We want to be encouraged. That is what we want. We want to be encouraged. So set your goals before you. Make sure that they're, in order. They're important to you. And take baby steps. And be careful of the little things that poke you here and there. Be careful of overstimulation. Be careful of not digitally detoxing. Be careful. All right. I got one more thing to warn you guys about. That's what you guys keep me around for. I'm doing some of the research for us. If you guys have something to add, that is always welcome. But if not, no worries. Doing some reading, I came across something that says sitting is the new smoking. Sitting is the new smoking. One of the big things back in the day was, smokers. People who smoked were at high risk for death, disease, and cancer. Smokers. Sitting is the new smoking. Sitting causes cancer, obesity, and even death. Yes, sitting. Who would have thought? It's very important that we stay in motion. It's very important that we move around. It's very, very important. Movement is certainly key in dodging that sitting bullet. Movement is certainly key. Okay? You got to stay in motion. Don't sit too long. Some of us have jobs where we're sitting all day. Some of us have lives where we're able to sit all day. No. Get in motion. Get in motion. Okay, we got a bed. Switch this battery out here. You guys bear with me for a second. We're going to do a battery swap out. Let's see, what can I give you guys while we go through this? How about some morning humor? Here's the Mike Tyson video I did that made him pissed at me. Why don't we take a gander at this and giggle a little bit? Giggling is good early in the morning.
Hey, Mike, can Blaze stand a chance?
In the ring with you, Mike. Mike, I got one. Mike, I got one.
Did you see what Blaze said about you on Craig Facts?
Please, I got one.
Mike.
Mike, I got one more. I got one more on top. Thank you.
Hey,
no, nigga, yes, that's all that matters. I don't know why he's over here. That's crazy.
Yo, Mike Tyson, man, Blaze been talking that shit. I bet he won't come down. I should call it.
Shit, you think he'll come?
Blaze ain't coming down.
That nigga scared.
Hold it up.
Call that nigga.
I'm about to call it right now. Password ain't working. All right.
Terrible.
So, here we go.
Ty, what up, bro?
You think you can leave?
Bad boy Blaze, shout out to yourself.
Myself.
Hey, man. Hey. Mike Tyson is down here, bro.
Mikey? Right now.
Down here. Hey, I'm about to see you the address right
Hurry
now.
up, hurry up.
Come out.
10 folks say no more. Shout out to myself.
He said he on his way.
Hold on.
He's about to jump in the X-Wing fighter. Come out here.
On the X-Wing fighter.
Yeah.
What up, man?
Oh, what up, Blaze? Oh,
Lay.
Shout out to your
motherfucking self.
Man, where all Mikey at, man?
man. Right up there, man.
Well, let's go down there, man. Let's go see what this is about.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not out there.
You leave.
Ty, your shirt literally says out there, bro.
Yeah, out there somewhere else, because I'm not out there today. You want to fight Mike Tyson, you
Whatever,
take your ass
man.
over there.
Whatever.
Yeah. Go kick his ass, man.
Right here?
Yeah. He up in there.
Mikey! Where you at, bro? Better get this on, man. All this talking, man. Let's go and get this over with. Somebody spotted what? Hey, is he in here or what?
All that damn, you up there, motherfucker, walk your ass up in there.
Man, I hear the music.
It's open.
I hear some music. It's open?
Man, take your ass in there.
Oh, I'm feeling beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, I'm feeling beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
This nigga in there on some sweet shit, bro. This nigga don't really want it, man. Hey, man. I ain't finna bully the dude or nothing, man. He in there fried, bro. Mike don't really want him to be.
Oh, I'm feeling beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Look.
No, I'm good. Mike Tyson in there, I'm not good. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, this nigga, man. Check this out, Mikey. You really want it, bro. You can come down to Craig Facts, man. Call us up, holler at Brown, Craig, something, man. We can get it on, man. But I ain't finna interrupt no kumbaya tea making shit you on, man. And what the fuck wrong with this nice ass nigga, man? You holler at me, Mikey, man.
Because sometimes my mind plays tricks on me and my mind tells me I'm a bitch. If you think you're flying and you walk around the baddest man in the planet, why don't you fight that motherfucker? But why don't you just go right there and spit in his face? That guy right there. That's my mind. Fucks with me, nigga. Whoa! 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 And I'm saying, why are you fucking with me? Leave me alone. I don't want to fuck with these people.
Yeah. Oh, Mikey, man. Mikey, you already know you can spit anywhere over here, boy. I'll whoop your head. Yeah, man. Anyway, man. Yeah, these things are important, man. You know, I hope everybody, Honey C, have a beautiful day. Thank you. You are one of our premier members here at the 5 a.m. Club regularly. Have an excellent day. We always appreciate your attendance and your contribution. Yeah, everybody have a beautiful day, man. Everybody have a beautiful day. Get off to a good start. You're already up. You're here. Remember your purpose. And if you don't have a purpose, find it now. Discover your purpose. It's the most important thing that you can do for yourself is discovering your purpose. So discover your purpose and get to it. You know, one more thing I'd like to leave y'all with before we get out of here, fellas. This is one of my favorite quotes from David Dita. When a man's value is no longer measured by what he does, by his finances or social standings, how does he determine his worth? In our new world, a man's presence, his depth, and awareness is his most valuable asset. I truly believe that. Of course, you know, finances matter. Of course, your social standing plays a position in your life. But above all, in the grand scheme of things, a man's presence, his depth of awareness, those are our most valuable assets. Okay? Your presence and your depth of awareness. Those are your most valuable assets. So everybody have a beautiful day. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. You're almost there. You can do it. I believe in you. Certainly, we believe in you here at the 5 a.m. Club. Friday's coming up another couple of days, so we're going to check in everybody with their weekly goals. We want to see how that's coming out, and we're going to start tasking together. We can start right here with each other. We can start right here with each other, man. Support each other, have each other's back. Every Monday, you guys know that we like to jot down weekly goals, when we're talking about accomplishing things, small goals, but nonetheless, they're important to us. We like to work on our weekly goals. We chop it up on Mondays, Fridays, we go over it. And it's not about completing them every week, every time. Is that the desired outcome? Of course it is. Does it always happen? Certainly doesn't. I'm the first to tell you that I'm not able to complete everything. It is not. I will be completing everything. Moving forward, I will be more successful at everything that I want to be successful at, and so will you. Y'all have a beautiful day. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. Peace.